All right, here we are, ready for roll reveal number 740. This 1955 Denver roll. Looks like we could be in for a good roll here. Let's see what we've got. Starting off with the same thing as usual, coin number 1, and this one for Stan. Stan will get this coin number 1. Let's see what we have. Well, that looks like it could be a doubled eyelid there. I'll keep that out and we can take a better look at it later. A little more close examination. See what we see. 55D, again, is not one that is known for double die reverses. We'll check the reverse on the first 10 coins to see if we see anything. Then the rest of the roll we'll leave for the second examination. But we'll keep that one out just in case we run into others like it. Well, that would be right here. This is our second one. It appears that it could be a double eyelid. It also appears it could be a gouge. So I'll keep trekking through the roll. I'll separate these, and Eric and I will make a decision later as to whether we think that is actually a doubled eye. Oh yeah, I've got these. Bam, 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 bam. They're ready to go. Ain't playing no games today. There's a forehead. A forehead clash with a nose. You see the nose under the A of States and the forehead under the C of America. Got nothing else on this one, though. So that second one is for DC. And then the third coin for Russell. Let's see what we have for Russell. That one is a minor split lower serif RPM. So I'll put this one in the trust fund pile and see if it turns out to actually be something that we've already got listed. If it's not, we'll consider whether or not this one actually has enough oomph to list it. And if it does, it's going in the books. Otherwise, we will be returning it as a normal coin because it's basically too minor. We'll make that decision later, though. Yeah, I said clash. Right, Dirty Water was in the last one. He should be here this time. He should be around. There's another one of those. So that's our second one of those. Little split lower serif RPM. So, and of course we've already seen this reverse die, but might as well look. We could have a finned rim or a split something, or that looks like a something starting right there. It's a little die crack. That's what that is. It's a little backwards question mark die crack. But what was it that I saw in the obverse on this one? Yep, split serif RPM. Okay, split serif RPM. Let's go on. This one is for Dirty Water. So let's see. What'd you miss? People are making fun of you about a little clash that I found on the reverse of one of the coins. This is going to be a different die altogether. And well, it has a stripe running across the eye area, but this one is not a double die or a repunchment mark, which kind of breaks a very unusual streak. This is coin number 5, and every coin we found in this roll up to this one was a die variety of some sort or another. So 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 so far. Here's coin number 6. This one goes to Mr. Huarbe. And yet again, another different one. Got nothing spectacular here. This one appears to be pretty much a normal coin. To that I can unfortunately attest. Coin number 7 now. Polhampton. Ooh. Don't answer spam. Spam will have to call back some other day. This one's going to be one of the little ones that looks kind of like a double die. I don't know. There may not be enough there to even list it, even if it is a double die. I don't know. It's a little strange. We'll see. There's part of a clash for you, Dirty Water. Part of a C. Oh, say, can you see my die clash? There's the rest of it. Part of a forehead. There's part of a vest right there. Nothing else. I do not like green eggs and spam. That's right. Now, I had to look at it for a second because it was a phone call from a phone I did not recognize. Oh, what do you know? They left a voicemail. So it is either a spam caller or it's just someone I didn't recognize who actually did want to talk to me. Okay. This one appears to be, yep, it's a little minor RPM. Goes all the way across the bottom. And the upper serif is actually split. So I think I have seen one of these already today. I don't remember which coin it was, but I only have 3 to go through. So if you will excuse me for a moment, I'll grab those coins and go back through them. See if I can find, looking for a marker here. It's got the serif down here I call the tail. And this is the tail of the D. Sometimes the tail is split and sometimes it's not, and sometimes it looks elongated. So I call this a long tail, and the shorter ones are bobtail. And this is a long tail, and I think I've seen one already in this roll. So I'm going to find a marker. There's a dot below the nose on this, but I can't necessarily say that's a good marker. Well, we've got chips on the R and the T. That should make a good marker, but with laminations and such, I can't necessarily trust that's going to turn out. Okay, I've got a curved die scratch up above the D, from the D toward the 9. So I'll go back and look at that. Will you tell me the number? What number is the 1966 roll? And I'll be able to tell you. I'm going to go back and look at these again to see if I can find. It's not that one, but that is the one that was the possible doubled I. Coin number 6. This one belongs to Alex. This is the one that could be, but isn't. Okay. Because I knew I ran into a coin that I thought could be another one of those, but isn't. So what I've got, and Sureg's coin number 8 is that RPM we just looked at. So We're trying to keep a high percentage here. Let's see if we can keep this high percentage. Yeah, Trip, if you tell me which number reveal it is, I'll be able to tell you. There's another one just like Sir Eggs. So this is Sir Eggs RPM. This one goes to Farm Dog. 743 is coming up tomorrow. 743 will be done tomorrow morning. When I get up, I'm coming straight to the microscope. Or run that show. That'll be the first one tomorrow. Another one of our small split lower serif RPMs that we can run with. Another one for Alex here. Let's see what we get for Alex. That's one of the little possible. Oh, I didn't notice this in the other ones. That big gouge running all the way through the date. But that little die scratch on the top corner of the D tells me that it's one of our possible doubled I's. We're really going to have to look through that carefully to see what we see. Hello, Robert Bruce. Good morning to you. Yes, it is still officially morning everywhere in the United States. So I can officially say that to everyone. There's another one of those. Another RPM. That's the same one as Sir Eggs. Got one for Sir Egg and one for Farm Dog. So we are still well above 50%. Let's see, we've got 12 coins under and 2 are not die varieties. That's another one of the doubled I coins. And that is what we think could be a doubled I or a gouge. It may not be a doubled I. We'll just have to get a good look at it later. For right now, I'm pulling them out, separating them, letting everybody know what they're getting. It'll be another week before we really know for sure what we're going to end up doing with what we found. That's interesting, little die scratch. Oh, look at that. There's a 55S coin in a 55D roll. How interesting. That can't happen. Somebody accidentally tossed that into this roll. It never hurts to get a 55S once in a while. They are a little more valuable than your typical 55D. So that one will go to Mr. Sappington. That does take away the idea that we're going to end up with a high number of RPMs out of the roll if we keep pulling 55S's out of here that are not RPMs. Back to 55D. Nope. It's another S. So what are we doing here? What it looks like is there's a few D coins on the top of a 1955S roll. So we'll finish this as a 1955S reveal. That's different. I would like to be able to say that we're going to get back into the D's in this roll, but that's not going to happen. The rest of the roll appears to be 55S. So now let's hope for RPM number 1. Changing gears. Something a lot of people don't do very well, but I'm just kind of go with the flow kind. Not an everyday occurrence that we change mint marks in the middle of a roll, but you can't change mint marks in the middle of a roll. Yeah, we can, but these coins are pretty too. So nothing lost here. The 55S are a little more valuable than the 55Ds. Omeki. That's an RPM right there, I believe. Maybe. I'm thinking it could be like number 14, 12, or 14, one that has a little thing sticking out of the right side of the mint mark. Maybe. That is Sergeant First Class Eric. Hello, Sergeant First Class. How you doing? That's the same die, and I'm kind of thinking not an RPM at this point. So it's part of an original 55D roll mixed together with a original 55S roll. All right, one for Mark. Let's see what we have here for Mark. Yet a different S-mint die. A different new one for us. And the beginning of a buy error. Number 21, Taco John. Same die again. Let's move to 22. We're not finding anything in the S-Mint coins. Can we twist back to D, please? It's camera number 3. Another 55S. It doesn't appear to be a die variety. It's got a little bit of machine doubling on it there. You can see the machine doubling up here in the upper crust. Just a little bit of it, though. Actually kind of hard to see. It is there. I guess that's the best angle to view it. Good morning, Jim. There's coin number 23. Farm dog now. Oh, so now we're going to start adding fingerprints to the mix. Well, I need to probably need to go through and flush all my rolls and look at them. Open up all the ones that have tape to be sure that they're clean rolls. And, well, all one mint mark. That's a beautiful coin right there. That's a pretty one. Got nothing different on it, but it is pretty. Mark Thomas. See what we can get it here for Dr. T. Yep. Nope, nope, nope. Different die, but nothing better. Let's check number 26 now. Taco John. What, are we just now time to start this roll? Now that is an oddball right there. It's kind of interesting, but it is not an RPM, unfortunately. But I like the die state on this one. It's early die state, so if there's anything anywhere else, we're going to be able to see it very clearly if it's there. And it's not. But I do want to talk to you guys about something while I have a nice earlier die state coin out. Other than this little bit of fleck that's sitting on the coin, you can see, let me get it right. Okay, this is the best angle. You can see right up here Looks like a little bit of doubling on the top of the B and a little bit of doubling up here on the top of the E. And you can see what looks kind of like doubling in the bottom corner of the TY. That is common to a lot of 1955 Lincoln cents. That is master die doubling. Below the E in Liberty was a little die crack starting to form between the B and the E. But this is master die doubling on the top of the B and the E and on the bottom corners of the T and the Y. And if you see just the B and the E on a Lincoln cent, you can tell it's a 1955. It only happened that year. And sometimes you see a little bit of extra crud going on up here, and in God we trust. This one's clean though. It's just to show you. Class doesn't always just show you the good stuff. This is the previous coin. We're going to look at the E on Liberty again. Yeah, that little tail on the bottom of the E is it's a little tiny die crack starting to form. That's what that is. Back to coin number 27 now. Stan Horn. What's up, Eric? Now we've got all three of them in here. Eric Beyer, Sergeant Eric, and Urka, who still hasn't changed his YouTube name. That little bit of doubling on the top of the one is also normal. That's also part of the master die doubling that shows up on the top of all, or shows up on the top of the B and the E on all 1955 coins. Now, you may get a later die state example, and you may not be able to see it, but it's still there. See, there it is again. It is inescapable. In 1955. Right? You make an Urka channel. It's going to be Urky. Anybody got some cheese? Did I do that? Of course, most people who didn't watch TV in the 80s would have no idea what that is. Die scratches on the T of trust. There. Oh, now that's kind of interesting. That is a struck through that created a blob. I think it's a struck through. No, that's just a flattened out L. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't really know exactly how that happened, but it appears to have happened maybe in a counting machine. Oh, now Trip feels older. And Stan Horn, too. Anybody got some cheese? Digging out your suspenders. There you go. You also need your flood pants. Your high water pants. Well, we've got nothing else to speak of going on in this roll so far, so we may as well just make fun of Urka. Here's Shiny Coin Boy. Shiny Coin Guy. I keep saying Shiny Coin Boy. Sorry, Sean. It's a Shiny Coin Guy. The snorting. Yeah, I can't get into the snorting part. I unfortunately don't have the ability there. So my snorts don't sound quite so good. can't snort while I'm laughing. It doesn't work that way. Let's see here. And we're still working on trying to find something of any natural value. As soon as we switched away from the D-Mint coins in this roll and started in on the S-Mint, we haven't found a damn thing. That's just bad luck. Coin 34. Now for Doug. Nothing there. Urkamagine Hemphill. Don't believe me about what? That I can't snort? No, I don't do it very well at all. I snort about as well as I sing. You don't want to hear the singing part. I can guarantee you that. 36. Chubby Pop Chaser. Yeah, we're good. I figured you would be. More of them things right there. That one was for Dirty Water. Got himself a little die crack on the E there. Alex. There's actually just one time. You know those soda straw things that you open up on the end and they got candy in them? It's that sugar. I snorted one of those one time, thinking I was being cool. It's actually dumb as shit, but still, I did it. Fizz sticks, yeah. A fizz stick straight up my nose. People call that the stair-stepping drug. Once you try it, you never go back. Yeah, it hurt. But why? Because I was 8. I haven't forgotten it to this day yet. It's been almost 50 years since I did that. Prozac on a dare. Was it bad? I have Prozac. It's in capsule form, too. That's all I gotta do is open it up and pour it out. IT. I take them every day, but yeah, I try not to snort them. $55S has nice die cracks and chips on the reverse. I'm sure some of these probably do. We'll flip a couple over. Why not? There's a nice little crack going across the forehead. Let's see for Dirty Water what these have on the back. There you go. There's some nice die cracks. A whole network of die cracks running around the lower right wheat. Nothing really mentionable on the left wheat. You've got a little die chip next to the U of United. That's about all I see on that one. You and Prozac don't get along. No, I've heard from someone else that they don't get along with Wellbutrin. It's bupropion. I take that every day too. Yeah, I'm really screwed up, folks. But yeah, the bupropion, this one's a kind of common die in this roll, so there's a rim-to-rim die crack. Starts at the rim, comes back to the rim. A few other die cracks on that particular letter. Got a little one over there on the T with a chip on the corner. And a couple of big blobs on this side. Huh. Nice enough. That class of meds gives you anxiety. Yeah, right. Now, what's especially troublesome is the amount of drugs I end up having to take to keep my blood sugar in check, and I hardly eat any sugar. So, basically, my pancreas is not very active. It's very sluggish at best. Now, this die doesn't seem to have much of anything on the reverse side. I take 3 drugs in pill form and I inject insulin. It's just not a happy thing. That doesn't evoke my envy at all. This is another one with the network down here. Rather typical, weak Lincoln scent. That's a estimate for you. This was the last San Francisco minted wheat scent. It was supposed to be, or was reported to be, for a number of years, the last S-Mint Lincoln scent period. So a lot of people saved and hoarded these. Yes, Eric. And they ended up turning the historically last S mint mark Lincoln scent into a rather common thing. Rolls of these are not very difficult to find. They are a little more valuable than they probably would have been if they had continued minting S-Mint coins into the later 50s. But they did not. All right, 2 coins left in this roll. And guess what? One spot is blank. So somebody's going to get credit on this. There's Sureg. Sureg here. Thinking I might just do a whole nother roll. Trip. Trip's going to end up with a blank. Fire and blank. Yeah, unfortunately. So, Trip, I'll give you, if you remind me, I'll give you credit on one next time around. It was a weird roll. Very weird roll. It was a weird day. But we did get some D-Mint stuff out of this roll. So that was a good thing. And you know what? I'm just about ready to move on to the next one. The Let's see. The next reveal be number 741. I'm not really sure what it is. It'll be number 741. We'll be doing that one here in just a few minutes. I need a very short break, and then I'll come back to that one. I'll see you then. Have a great day.